That's the man up there. Pelly, 16-year-old, scoring goals, everything. Yeah, that was my hero since then. That was a tremendous upbringing. Everything centred around the ball in the streets of Dundee, and from the age of 6 or 7, you're in the street every day playing football with other the guys around there, and just a great upbringing, And I followed Dundee. I went to see them every chance I could, and I went through the 14s, 15s, 16s, 18s, right, with a team called Butterburn Youth Club. It was a great time, And then when I got to 17, 18, I started playing trials for different clubs, going down to England and playing, and fortunately or unfortunately, it didn't matter. I turned down Liverpool going full time to go to Peterborough United in the 3rd Division in England, because they were going to send me to a factory to finish my time, so that was a guaranteed toolmaker, The worst toolmaker you've ever seen in your life. I went, because I got my papers there, and I went back to Dundee. I got transferred back from Peterborough to Montrose. I got a free transfer, so I went back and played in Scotland for Montrose for half a season. A team from Australia, they'd got the free transfer list from the English divisions, so they got in touch with me just out the blue, and said, "Would you like to come to Australia?" It was from Essendon Lions in Melbourne who had actually got in touch with me, and I said, "Oh yeah, that'll be good." So they booked a boat trip for us. So we were 4.5 weeks on the boat from Southampton to Melbourne. Great time, just 4 young lads, just. But we trained every day on the deck, and we used to run and exercise, because the season, when we landed in Melbourne, the season was starting the next week. I didn't know nothing about Australian football or anything, so, but we were just there it was a sort of 2 years thing, hopefully a 2-year thing, or, you just enjoy it, then go back to it. Didn't turn out that way. As soon as we arrived, we knew that, this is the place for us. We had a great time. Never thought about playing for Australia at the start, and then wherever I went, I was happy, so I could give my best, and I just got breaks. I met Rally Razic, and he picked me for the Victorian team. Then he picked me for the Australian team, And then when I was leaving, when I was at Apia, he was at Marconi, so he took me out there. Well, we had to play so many games in Asia, to get to the World Cup. In this 1970 team there, I wasn't involved in that, but they went close. It was the next season Rally Razic took over, And because he picked me for the Victorian team before I left, he just carried on, and so I was luck. Just being in the right place at the right time in football is a great thing to have on your side. The World Cup was an unbelievable experience, but we were unfortunate there to be drawn against West Germany and East Germany. And East Germany beat West Germany, and in the group that we were in, it was really a group of death. We had Chile as well, East Germany, West Germany, and Chile. For me, I thought we'd done exceptionally well. We never scored any goals, but we got beat 3-0 from West Germany, and that was the first game. And then, you're walking out the park, and there's Beckenbauer and Honus, and they had a team of stars, and they're huge stars.
What would a sort of younger Jimmy who's kicking a football on the streets in Dundee, what would he have thought about one day running out at a World Cup?
Never even, never even dreamed of that, never dreamed of it. So now, I remember, probably my earliest remembrance is when Pelly played in the final of the World Cup. After that, he sort of never ever dreamed that this would happen or anything like that. You know, I just enjoyed the game. Pelly was at table with a, his minders and that, I says, do you think I can? So he took me down to Pelly. And Pelly very, very diplomatically said, oh yeah, I remember you. Bit of a liar, So anyway, I had that photograph in a smaller, and I got him to sign it. I was dead happy, and it was great just to have these moments in life. When I die, he'll be on my coffin.